Respected Sadhaka, friends, welcome. Salutations to all. Gratitudes, congratulations, and suggestions and submissions not to miss this most sacred self blessing inviting activity of studying Shastras and prayers to the Divine that He makes everything convenient for us to be regular in this pursuit. लोकसेवक धर्मस्थापक विरागी भक्त शिष्य मुमुक्षु जिज्ञासु श्रोत साधक परिश्रमी प्रेरित प्रशांत भाषा ज्ञाता how much we have understood the importance of improving these personality traits of ours, how much we are trying towards them consciously, willingly. That shows our maturity as well as our progress in spirituality. The Parabrahma Tattva is there always for us to identify. Ishvara is there always for us to surrender. Mother is there always for us to pray to. The Devata Ganas are always there to receive our upasanas and reciprocate. The Guru Ganas are always there to give answers to our questions, clarify our doubts, tell us what is the best sadhana to be done. Shruti Mata always is there to remind us as many times as we need about what should be our ultimate goal, how we have to achieve it. So beautifully, they all are there. It is we, with our matured understanding and conscious effort, should tune to them respectively and keep on getting the required inputs from them and improve ourselves. The more clarity we have in these things, the more we pursue that, the more assured will be our spiritual unfoldment. For this purpose only, we are seated and we are now studying Shwethashwathara Upanishad from the Krishna Yajurveda, first chapter, sixth mantra. So complete it is, telling us about how the jiva is bound. What is bondage is explained first. Taking the anatma as the atma. As a result of it, through various karma, going into aneka janma. That is called as samsara bandhana. Why that bandhanam is explained and how to sort out also is explained. Therefore, this sixth shloka becomes the heading or the main things which we have to understand, which we have to do, and which we have to achieve. All other mantras, Upanishads, all of them are the details of this only, the explanation of this only. And then all those things will be understood by us, will be convinced by us, will be used by us and practiced by us only when we first and foremost understand and accept what is categorically clearly said in this sixth mantra. Like in a counseling, when the youngster is convinced for a particular course to take up or the field to take up, then only he will pursue that. The pursuing of him by joining those particular colleges and studying basically depends on his decision, which he takes under that guidance of the counseling person. If this clarity is not there, he will be always confused only, rather, he will not take up anything else. In the same way, our taking up of the true, pure spiritual sadhana depends on our conviction. And what conviction we are expected to have by all means and efforts is said in this most sacred, beautiful sixth mantra, which we cannot afford to neglect, afford to forget as we forget all other things. Forget everything else, remember this, all of that is remembered. All remembered, but this is forgotten. All of those remembered things have no meaning, purpose, therefore they will be also forgotten. That much important is that we are slowly studying it. Half of it we have done it, the remaining half not at all tough or difficult. So sweet, so simple it is. We try to grasp the entire thing. Then to the questions by the Purvapakshi, Bhagavan gives answers in the subsequent mantras regarding more clarity of these aspects. We'll do that before that our Sankalpa Prarthana as every day. Before that our little pondering over this common sense thought. Every day something we are learning. Today's learning is again very easier and simpler one. Ki the way how a samsari lives, in the same way the sadhaka also has to conduct. Only is the themes are different for both of them. This much is the thought today in our common sense thought. Samsari, what he always does is about all his artha kama prapti hetu prayatna. All his sukha bhoga hetu prayatna. What is that is what he does it. That is how all the time his mind is thinking, working about it. So the money, he does the sankalpa of the money. And the money, he has got the desire for the money. And the money to earn he tries. And once earned, he tries to use it for the purpose for which he wants the money. And then he even goes to the temple, does the puja upasana for that dhana only. And is always the mind is wandering on that only. Somebody else wants the name and fame. Some people will have, we can't say why. That's how they are. So their mind always in that sankalpa कि मुझे फेमस होना है, मुझे जगत में नाम कमाना है. And then their desire is of that sort only. And then their wonderful prayatna goes in that direction as much as they could. And then all his resources, everything he pours in achieving that. And in he even goes to the Lord asking for it. And in this thing he wants improvement again and again. He wants improvement day by day. He wants improvement year by year. He wants improvement the decade by decade. And some of them even say कि भगवान अगले जन्म में इससे बढ़िया हो. Wonderful. These are all valid. That is the human beings. Sankalpa alone becoming kamana. Kamana alone becoming prayatna. After prayatna, if he is astika, then he will put in front of the Lord his case. You know, if he's an astika, if he's a bhakta, if it is a little more matured, to that Lord, he does all the things that are sanctioned, advised in our own Shastras only to make that Lord favorable. And this is how it works also. Wonderful it is. So only four things: Sankalpa, Kamana, Prayatna, and Prarthana. At the time of Prayatna, pouring into it all our resources, all our capacities, all our talents. It is necessary for anyone. Someone does it knowingly, consciously. Someone does it unknowingly, unconsciously. Somebody do not know it, somebody doesn't do, and his sankalpa kamana remains adhura. But the whole world is doing that only. And one more thing, these things and little better next time. है कि नहीं? So this dress I got, good, better I want. This house I got, good, better I want. This vehicle I got, good, better I want. Everybody, no doubt, these children I got, but better than them. They themselves, they can be bettered or better. अगले जन्म में इससे भी अच्छे पुत्र पौत्र दो संकल्प होता है सबका. Yeah, they are happy this time, but the आशा तो रहेगा. Because For being better, there is no limit. You know, the wife also does Karwa Chauth. Asks he only should be there, my husband next life, because better trained, but a better version also. And a second edition of him she wants. He gives me love so much. But she gives love to the mother, his mother also. वो भी मेरे को ही दे देना ना, कितना बढ़िया रहेगा. She will ask for. He's good. I have no complaint for him. But he can be better also. Isn't it? The husband also says very good. She's all obedient and all. She doesn't beat me every day. Once in 2 days only she will do. So he will do, but next time a little better. And from Lalita Bhaval, let her come to Durga Kote level. So this is how he will explain. Always a boss. Very good I have subordinate. But इस थोड़ा और मेहनती हो अच्छा रहेगा. Subordinates also say, अरे kind boss, loving, और थोड़ा loving kind हो, थोड़ा और एक छुट्टी ज़्यादा दे, or little more salary or perks if he gives, this asha in the mind of everyone for better. And in that asha, there is a prarthana added to the Lord. And some of them, those who are little matured, they understand that to accomplish it, our role also is there to perform. Some of them even perform also. Some of them, while performing, they try to perform it to the best of abilities by recognizing their own abilities, by utilizing their own resources, by taking the help from wherever they can get. The whole world of individuals and communities and the groups or organizations, that is how they are growing in the world. But all of that is ephemeral, all of that is endful only, not infinite. That's the only quote in that. That's only the blemish in it, that it is not permanent. Same thing you and I as an Adhyatmika Sadhaka have to do. फील्ड ही फर्क है उनका हमारा, बाकी सब प्रयत्न सेम टू सेम. We also have to do the sankalpa. We also have to make the sankalpa as kamana. We have to try to fulfill that kamana through our prayatna, and we have to be depending on our gurus and God also to bless us more and more. And then with that prayatna and prarthana and kripa, things come to us. When they come, not only making best use of them, but again having the asha for things to be better than that. But all of that is spiritual. In this exercise, when we come to, then we are into little sattva guna mood. है ना, like संकल्प of anything. This क्लास में आने का संकल्प, क्लास में आने का कामना, क्लास में आने का प्रयत्न, और क्लास लगातार चले प्रार्थना. And then the asha for the future. So too at home, the study of the Shastra wala Sankalpa, Kamana, Prayatna. Some people don't even do the Sankalpa. What they get, they are contented with it. वो संसार में अर्थ काम के लिए चलेगा, स्पिरिचुअलिटी में नहीं चलेगा. And it should be that way. In the samsara, with whatever is there, we have to be contented there. Because if you are not contented trupta, then that asha there makes us more worldly, more agitated, more kamana asakti yukta, isn't it? But here this asha is required, there it is not required. यहाँ जरूर चाहिए, कोई संकल्प भी नहीं करते, संकल्प करना है. And make that sankalpa into the healthy kamana, the desire. संकल्प नहीं कर रहे हैं इसलिए it's not becoming desire. Now, when there is no desire, who will do prayatnam? So if I am not doing prayatnam today to study my shastra at home, means I have no kamana for it. Why there is no kamana? Because I have not done sankalpa of it. Why does sankalpa has not been done? Its importance is not grasped by me. Then what I am attending class, that's the punya phala going on. जब वो पुण्य फल खत्म होएगा, Even the 10 gods pull us toward the class, we will not come. Like some of us, some of the people have gone away. पुण्य फल हो गया, स्वप्रयत्न नहीं है उसमें. This is sadhana. Where there is prayatna, that is sadhana. That which happens aprayatna, it is not sadhana, it is punya phala. कि वो पुण्य फल के कारण the devatas, everybody is cooperative for that particular time. Even things also conducive. All put together is called as ग्रह दशा अच्छा है. इसलिए सत्संग में आ रहा है. अब जब ग्रह दशा अच्छा है, सत्संग में आना इज नॉट ग्रेट, बिकॉज देयर इज नो एफर्ट ऑफ आवर्स. When all grahas are beating you, fighting you, with you, at that time, putting all our efforts and coming is called sadhana. Like na Prahlada, when nobody is there to trouble him, that time taking the name of the Lord is not great. But when the father is scolding him, troubling him, punishing him, trying to kill him, everything is odds. Everything is opposite. At that time, see the conviction in that child, confidence in him, the faith in him about the Lord. That is sadhana. है ना? Like Nachiketa. पापा इज गिविंग एवरीथिंग इन दानम, थोड़ा अपने लिए रख रहे, है ना? सो वो सब छोड़कर यमलोक में जाना, इट इज नॉट एट ऑल ग्रेट. बट इन द यमलोक, when Yamaraj is giving everything, at that time saying no to it, all of them, and seeking only truth है कि नहीं, that is the thing really great. In the same way, करने वाले बात को साधना कहते हैं, अपने आप जो होता है वो साधना नहीं. सो दिस इच्छा नहीं है इसलिए नहीं हो रहा. तो आई एम नॉट डूइंग माई पूजा एवरी डे फॉर द 20 minutes. आई कांट गिव टाइम टू द लॉर्ड, टू द पूजा. नो, पुजारी को बुला के घर में पंडित जी नहीं, वो करा मंदिर जाके पैसे चढ़ाना, हाँ, दैट्स ऑल एनीबडी डज आउटर. साधक को स्वयं करना है. तो व्हाई आई एम नॉट डूइंग इट? बिकॉज इज नो डिजायर, नो संकल्प, एंड द रीजन इज not matured enough to know that is a very essential sadhana. Unless Daiva Kripa comes, so spirituality cannot happen. Unless Upasana is done, Daiva Kripa will not come. There is no matured thinking, conviction, deep thinking, conviction regarding it. इसलिए कामना नहीं है उसके लिए. एंड अदर कामना तो चल ही रहा है, वो कहाँ छोड़ा हमने? विच कामना वी लेफ्ट इन आवर लास्ट फ्यू ईयर्स ऑफ स्टडिंग शास्त्र. सब चल रहा है. Not even one desire consciously we have said no. And not even this one of the desire consciously made strong. Of our sadhanas, one thing is going on, our satsanga. In that we might have achieved success. ये I have decided. जब तक स्वामी जिंदा है क्लास करेंगे वो, और हम भी अटेंड करेंगे. If you have it, you have blessed yourself. If I have it, that जब तक आवाज है तब तक सत्संग करूंगा, आई एम ब्लेसिंग माई सेल्फ. बट इट इज ओनली द बिगिनिंग. अयम आत्मा प्रवचनेन लभ्यः न मेधया न बहुना श्रुतेन. Therefore, just like in this case, if you see, as regard the field is concerned, we are better because ours is spiritual field. Others are lesser than us because their field is samsara. Field wise, we may be better in choosing. But the practical wise, they are 100 times better than us because their sankalpas are stronger, their desires are stronger, their efforts are so stronger, they are so intense. They go every day to the Lord and to the temple or do puja, dhan do, kanaka do, vastu do, vahan do. How many times we sat for puja asking the Bhagavan, Vivek do, Vairagya do, देना है तो दे, नहीं तो नहीं. Our attitude is what? भगवान अपने गरज के लिए देंगे, not for us. That way, theoretically we are better, practically they are better, the worldly people. See that sweating and toiling they do, the running over they go, the people they ask for the help, how much intelligence they use it there to earn that money, to earn that power. When you look at all those politicians, the businessmen, all these artists, the professionals, yaar din raat, subah, sham, Sunday, Monday, they're all working. Though the field is arthakam. And we all are spiritual, but where is that intensity? You know, that's how. If they have our goal as their goal, they'll become so quickly spiritual. And if we have their way of activity, we're already spiritual, definitely we grow faster. To focus on these consciously four things. Sankalpa should become the kamana, because kamana is the one which pushes us into activity. Kamana into the prayatna. And we know the prayatna has to be more and more for the vijaya. So there are inner and outer obstacles. A part of our prayatna is removing those inner and outer obstacles. But more than that, it is Ishvara Krupa. Therefore, after the prayatna, another aspect of prayatna is to do that prarthana. And then always intensifying the asha. Asha kabhi nahi chodna. One of the very beautiful thing in spirituality is asha. Deep asha. That I must become meditator, that I must become the contemplator, that I must become the very a person of very clear understanding about every aspect of the Shastra. And in that, what is sadhya, what is sadhana. ये आशाएं हमारे पास नहीं है. See, the two things. I don't have something. Worrying for it is different from I want that thing, that asha. Then for that again, prayatnas in my hand, prayer to the Lord. टेंशन हम लेते हैं. Like I don't know Sanskrit. We take tension. But I must learn the Sanskrit. That asha. And then I'll try one sentence per day in the prayatna. This is more important than worry. We are experts in worrying, doing nothing. अरे मेरे सनातन धर्म को क्या हो रहा है? We are worried. We don't do anything practically. Isn't it? देश को क्या हो रहा है? आप खुद खुद क्या कर रहे हो? Worry से कुछ नहीं होता. Like my children are getting spoiled. We are worried, nothing will happen. You have the asha that no, they should not be so, they should grow. Then what is your effort? What's your prarthana? Asha should be intensified, increased. Prarthana should be intensified, increased. Prayatna should be intensified, increased. Kamana should be intensified, increased. संकल्प तो लगातार लगे रहना चाहिए. These are the very conscious. If you come to that level, so we are in that sattva guna. We are into a better zone. Then in a vague way, बस आ रहे बैठ रहे सुन रहे जा रहे भूल जा रहे. Then wait कर रहे कौन बुलाएगा कहाँ जाना है. One by one days going on in our own tamoguna. Non-thinking is tamoguna. We are talking about intellectual non-thinking, spiritual non-thinking. You may be active in the world otherwise. Very active. No, Swami, I'm not tamoguna. I'm eating at 5 o'clock. That's okay. But spiritual, intellectual tamoguna we are talking about. So these are the four things. Actually at the chitta level, we should have the sankalpa, the prayatna, sarkamana, prayatna, prarthana. Let us come to a more precise understanding. First, एकाग्रता की बात करनी है हमको, है ना. संकल्प that I must develop single pointedness, एकाग्र भूमिका, isn't it? Then the ichha, kamana for that ekagrata. Then what prayatna we do for it? Then ask the Lord, oh Lord, give me that ekagrata. And asha. The more we are ekagra, the more regular we will be in all our classes, in all our doings. अनेकाग्र है इसलिए our distractions are more and more. एकाग्र है तो minimized distraction, we can attend the things which we have to. Then we have to ask for the sukshmata, isn't it? My chitta should be sukshma, buddhi. मन का एकाग्रता, बुद्धि की सूक्ष्मता, isn't it? Where did we do the sankalpa? You have to have the sukshma buddhi in the last few months or few days, few years. वो thought ही नहीं आया कि you have to become subtler. After that, it becomes sankalpa, then it becomes kamana. Then we have to work for it, how to make it sukshma, isn't it? Then you pray to the Lord, Hey Bhagwan, sukshma buddhi do, bala buddhi vidya dehu mohi. With the sukshma buddhi, what things which we are doing, whether it is sadhanas at home or attending the class, they become more purposeful in the sense we'll be able to grasp the theme along with the importance of it, which is very essential. अब सूक्ष्मता नहीं है तो we remain at the same level of non-understanding. Let the Guru take 100 texts. See that innocence is not sufficient. Innocence is being regular, being sincere. Good. But we have to be subtle also to be able to grasp what is said. So ask for that sukshmata. Where did we ask? We have to ask it. Then comes the most crucial thing called shuddhata. That my antakaran should be shuddha of all qualities of rajas, of all qualities of tamas. Zero of them. शुद्ध सत्व गुण के लक्षण मेरे अंतःकरण में. Only then be attentive. The conversion of the knowledge gained through sukshmata can be practiced, can be converted into practice. That alone leads to अनुभूति. अंतःकरण शुद्ध नहीं है, अशुद्ध मलिन अंतःकरण में कामादि विकार आते रहते हैं. With that what happens? Though we are at one side claiming to be spiritual, no doubt in that genuineness and sincerity, yet because of the Ashuddha Antakarana, again and again we become Bahirmukha. Again and again we seek the world only. Then we are in the two boats. एक तरफ यहाँ भी जाना का है इधर. That is why the need of the निश्चयात्मिका बुद्धि, व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि. With Ashuddhi in the Antakarana, we will be always in doldrums. We indulge in the world at that time. Spiritual sadhana we remember. And doing sadhana, it cannot be consistent because that is poking inside. The Ashuddhi of the Antakarana is pulling us again toward the world of things and beings and experiences. So, free from all that mala, all that malinya, all impurity, my Antakarana should be Shuddha. So, this is my Sankalpa. Then इसकी कामना होनी चाहिए. कामना फुलफिल करने की कामना हमको ज्यादा हो रहा है ना, ये सब निकल जाना है. ये कामना आई शुड बी शुद्ध इमैकुलेट लाइक पूज्य गुरुदेव और एनी महात्मास. हैव दे एनी ऑफ द desires for their upadhis from this world of things and beings? That is why they could meditate, realize Paramatma. Then we have to see them and then do the same. Like Bhagavan Adi Shankar, all over the country traveled everywhere. But all the time, his mind is only in Paramatma. Why? Because he has no ashuddhi of anything to be claimed or gained from the world. शुद्ध अंतःकरण जिनमें से वासनाएं कामनाएं निकल गए फॉर द वर्ल्ड ऑफ अर्थ काम. The kamana for the Paramatma Prapti has to be strengthened, maintained. But this, so Mayantakarna should become Shuddha, Sankalpa, Shuddha, Kamana, Shuddha, Prayatna, Shuddha, Prarthana, Shuddha, आशा. आशा करते रहे कि और शुद्ध हो जाए, और इमैक्युलेट, और प्योर. So much Shuddha Mayantakarna should be that anything being I am seeing in this world, let me see the Lord only in them. Like Tulsidas. Even Dushta Khala, anybody is in them also is his Bhagavan. Namaskar karte ho. See the Shuddhi in his heart. How it has happened? Because other than Bhagavan, Rama, I want nothing. When I want nothing, then I don't expect anything from anyone. I want Rama, then I am seeing Rama in all. Isn't it? Vibhishan also. When Hanumanji comes, are you the Bhagavan ka bhakt ho ki tuma Haridasa namaho koi? Or you are Rama himself. Ayav kina, what he says, you came to make me Badabhagi. बड़ा भागी, मेरे बड़े भाग्यवान करने के लिए आप खुद ही आए हो क्या भगवान राम? है ना, दोस टू सेंटेंसेस, मोरे हृदय प्रीति अति होई कि तुम राम दीन अनुरागी आयु करण मोहि बड़ भागी. थोड़ा थोड़ा याद आ रहा है मुझे. बिफोर दैट ही सेज कि तुम हरिदास नमा कोई मोरे हृदय प्रीति अति होई कि तुम राम दीन अनुरागी आयु करण मोहि बड़ भागी. सी हिज हार्ट इज सो प्योर. ही इज मॉर्निंग मॉर्निंग. कौन भगवान ही हो सकते हैं या उनके भक्त. And both of them talked about the Lord. Then Isurataka the Guna, then Pava Nirvacha Vishrama. That is what we have to consciously on be on that. अब ये कब होगा? When you are only satsang oriented, shastra oriented, whole time of the day is given only for that exclusively. Again, that is another level of maturity and dignity where other things consciously we are avoiding, knowing that they are all obstructions. We are saying no, refusing that, saying no. If you have no guts to say no to them, then we give importance to them. When they are given, they enter in our mind. When they enter in our mind, all our beautiful conscious effort for sadhana will not happen. It will be lot of patchy, disturbed, distracted, confusing. Sare said, like anything, if you see a movie, if you keep away all other distractions, you can enjoy that movie 100%. आप पेपर भी पढ़ रहे हो, किताब भी पढ़ रहे हो, सेल फोन भी देख रहे हो, लोगों से बात भी कर रहे हो, खाना भी खा रहे हो. It's so many things you see the movie. You don't even enjoy anything. All the effort of the director, producer, all the actors is waste only. That they want to give that deep enjoyment, we are not getting it. We are distracted. Isn't it? If you involve in seeing that movie, every dialogue, every scene, every expression is beautiful. It is a joy, a musical concert when we go anywhere. Even eating the bhojana. Just like we should not eat food while watching TV, so too we should not watch TV while eating the food. Then only you enjoy every morsel of it. Even in these worldly things, it is this case. What to talk about spirituality? Here also we have to be so exclusive, so fully into that. So in this way, the worldly people and we both are same as regards the application is concerned to succeed. Themes are different. Theirs are the worldly goals, ours is Paramatma goal. But unless they also have Sankalpa Kamana Prayatna Prarthanasha, they can't succeed. We also the same. So in this thing we have to grow now. We have grown in one thing of selecting spirituality is our goal. Very good. Both badhiya padha. But that is not sufficient because having goal is not reaching goal. We have to reach it. Uske liye ye sare baat. About every sadhana. Among them, one thing we talked about our chitta. Chitta ekagrata, chitta sukshmata, chitta shuddhata. That Shuddha Chitta always in the Chintana of the Atma Vastu, taking us to the Anubhuti. Sukshma Chitta makes us regular in our contemplation, study and understanding. Ekagra Chitta will make us come regularly to the Satsanga and all those. इसको कामना करना है, प्रार्थना करना है, प्रयत्न करना है. And always we know million times said, in any of the prayatna, there are two things. One is prayatna to do what is to be done, another is prayatna to avoid what is to be avoided. Both require effort. है ना? To avoid that excessive sleep in the morning. That also prayatna. To get up, take bath and do our puja, that also is prayatna. Like in the class time, to avoid doing something else is also a prayatna. And then listening to the class attentively is a prayatna. तो हमेशा प्रयत्न में अन्वयता व्यतिरेकता दोनों होते हैं. Doing what is to be done and avoiding what is to be avoided. In that way, let us understand the need of sankalpa, kamana, prayatna, prarthana, asha. These are the five things about all spiritual things. है ना, गुरु भक्ति बढ़ जाए, संकल्प, कामना, Deva bhakti बढ़ जाए, संकल्प कामना, all of that. Mukhya mantra, not Mukhya Mantri, all the important mantras of Upanishads, I must be by hearting them, which is very essential, which we keep on neglecting, for whatever the reason. If the mantra, if you don't remember, the meaning of the mantra, not remember, what will we meditate on? That is why we are blank in our mind when we sit for meditation. चलो गए भगवान का नाम लेते हैं and we keep satisfied ourselves. अच्छा तो भगवान का नाम तो लिया. तंग हो गए भगवान नाम हमारा सुन सुन के. You do contemplation of my nature and become one with me. He wants that. Always taking his name and disturbing him as if he has nothing to do. He has so many things to do. Don't take Lord's name to disturb him now. Contemplate and silently become one with him without his knowledge. We don't remember the mantras. क्योंकि वो संकल्प है ही नहीं, प्रार्थना है ही नहीं. All of that upasana. What a glorious thing our Sanatana Dharma has given to us. No other religion has as beautiful we have. They too have, but not as glorious as we have. The Shwethashwathara pujas and all. एक एक स्टेप उसमें कितना सुंदर, कितना मधुर, बढ़िया. But we have to enjoy it. For that, sankalpa, prayatna, prarthana and all that. Imagine you are seated in that 1 hour and doing abhisheka to all the lords in front of you in the form of idols. And you're cleaning them, putting chandan, doing all the stotra arati. And really the Lord has become pratyaksha and blessing. Don't we see this every day in our Skanda Purana? What a great text we have taken up of Skanda Purana, that every day, one or the other upasana, one or the other expression of the Lord through that upasya madhyama and blessing. देखी जा रहे हम देखी जा रहे हर दिन. Wow, there is no day without we are being inspired in that Bhakti Shastra. मजा आ रहा है स्कंद पुराण शाम का. So in that way, sankalpa, kamana, prayatna, prarthana, and then asha. These are the 5 things today we have learned. These are there for the worldly people. The more intense they have, they grow. So too, they have to be there in a spiritual people. The more intense they are in these, they also grow. So we are spiritual, let us grow. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ भव एव भवानिति मे नितरां समजायत चेतसि कौतुकिता मम वारय मोहमहाजलधिं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः श्री श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराण इतिहास सन्तवाङ्मय उक्तसाध्यसाधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दवसंस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरा दीनां भक्ति ज्ञान योग वेदांतादि प्रक्रियाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्व व्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थमस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थमनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे पारायणं चतुर्थोऽध्यायः फोर्थ अध्याय फ्रॉम 6th to 10th मंत्र ओम द्वासुपर्णा सयुजा सखाय समानं वृक्षं परिषस्व जाते तयोरन्यः पिप्पलं स्वादुवत्ति अनश्नन्नन्यो अविचा शोचति मुह्यमानः जुष्टं यदा पश्यति अन्यमीशं त्यमहिमानमिति वीतशोकः रुचो अक्षरे परमे व्योमन् यस्मिन् देवा अधिविश्वे निषेदुः यस्तं न वेद किं रुचा करिष्यति य इत्तद्विदुस्त इमे समासते छन्दांसि संयज्ञाः क्रतवो व्रतानि भूतं भव्यं यच्च वेदा वदन्ते अस्मान्मायी सृजते विश्वमेतत् तस्मिंश्चान्यो मायया सन्निरुद्धः मायां तु प्रकृतिं विद्याद् मायिनं च महेश्वरं तस्यावयवभूतैस्तु व्याप्तं सर्वमिदं जगद् ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ षष्ठः मन्त्रः can we chant two times sixth most beautiful mantra ॐ सर्वाजीवे सर्वसंस्थे बृहन्ते अस्मिन् हंसो भ्राम्यते ब्रह्मचक्रे पृथगात्मानं प्रेरितारञ्च मत्वा जुष्टस्ततस्तेनामृतत्वमेते अगेन सर्वाजीवे सर्वसंस्थे बृहन्ते अस्मिन् हंसो भ्राम्यते ब्रह्मचक्रे पृथगात्मानं प्रेरितारञ्च मत्वा जुष्टस्ततस्तेनामृतत्वमेति first two lines explain samsara third line tells the explains the karana of the samsara fourth line tells the moksha from that samsara samsara karana sadhana moksha so what is samsara is this sarva jive sarva samste brahante asmin hamso brahmete brahmachakre so simple the so far explained the brahma chakra and the karana brahma who explained as chakra or as nadi in that all the jivas do the brahmanam that is called as the samsara hamsaha in that the three things are told janma sthiti and laya also in that so sarva jive you can understand it is all the jivas projected in that only in the karana brahma chakra then भ्राम्यते you can understand it as the स्थिति काल भ्रमण करी रहे करे सर्व समझते मीन्स उसी में लय होते so in that brahante brahmachakra in that big the brahmachakra all jivas born living for some time dying again only to born in another yoni in another yoni and conditioned in that yoni was taking themselves to be like that only conditioning and upadita that means say upadiyonka desires to fulfill that only doing those things never inquiring about what is the substratum of the objective world I am saying what is the substratum of the upadhis I am using substratum of one's own self not even that thought also comes to them this is what general all the beings live so asmin brahante brahmachakre Hamsaha Brahmyate. And this Brahmachakra is Sarva Jive Sarva Samste. सब जीवों का कारण उत्पन्न उसी में होता है, स्थिति उसी में, लय उसी में, कारण ब्रह्म में. And we have to realize it कि every janma conditioned by upadhi is a bandhana only. This who will know? Only when one knows that there is a moksha sthiti where no bondage is there of any conditionings, etc. Okay. Then the third line we have seen after getting the explanation about what is samsara. Already we have seen through Bhashya. I am not referring to that Bhashya. The Saramsha of that we are seeing. What Bhashyakara said is, Dehadi Anatma, taking them as the Atman, and through them doing various karma, as a phala, Deva Tiryang Manushya Yoni, we are going on born, staying in that, dying, again born in something, staying in that and dying. Between that born and dying, in that staying period, again, as per the earlier karmas, we get the karma phala of sukha dukkha, of course, through the things, beings, and situations. And because of the taste of karma phala called vasana, again in the mind the sankalpa comes, then again we do the karma, which again decides the karma phala and such type of janma ityadi. This is how samsara. Okay, na? भ्राम्यते अनात्मभूत देहादिम आत्मानं मन्यमानः सुर नर तिर्यगादि भेद भिन्न नाना योनिषु भ्राम्यते एवं भ्राम्यमानः परितः वर्तते इत्यर्थः. भ्राम्यते is from one yoni to the other. Parivartate means in each of the yoni doing the vyavahara suitable to that yoni, suited to that yoni. And there is something beyond other than it, the infinite, eternal, blissful, not at all known to it. Like any dogs or animals or cattle, घास दे दो उसको खा लेते हो. बट घास को खुद ही बीज लगा के उगा सकते हैं और उसको चटनी बना सकते हैं. है ना, कोई टमाटर वगैरह फेंको वो गाय के सामने, put some of the way, it will eat only. It never thinks that it can be made tasty, it can be boiled. It has no thinking. That yoni is like that it can't. In the same way, in each of the yoni, that yoni related we do. Like the tiger hunts and eats animals. It never thinks यार इसको पकाकर मसाले डाल के खाएंगे. It doesn't think. Any number of times, any lives that lion life is there, it's like that. Human being also like that. But living life for artha kama upadhi level. In animals, by nature, the chance is minimum of thinking something higher. In human beings, the chance is plenty because he is endowed with intellect. Endowed with intellect. है ना? इससे बढ़कर और कुछ कर सकते हैं क्या? This question animals can't ask, birds can't ask, but human being is given that intellect to ask it. And the result of that is only all growth and development of science, technology, giving so many comforts, luxuries. But same intellect can be applied in this way, in inquiring about the substratum, etc. That facility we have. Okay. Now, the most beautiful thing is Kena hetuna nana yonishu parivartate. You can add the word Brahmyamanaha because it was already used in the earlier. Bhagavan Bhashyakara is not using here. He understands that we remember it. So let us remember also. So kena hetuna nana yonishu in brackets Brahmyamanaha parivartate. What is the reason? The Moola Karana, because of which from one yoni to the other he is entering, and in each of the yoni, Paritaha Vartate, lives life according to the dharmas of that yoni only, which is a bondage. Because there is effort involved. The sukha is very less, dukkha is more. Janma Maranadi are certainly there in that. That's why it's called samsara and dukkha. क्यों होता है वो? कहाँ से मूल शुरू है? Very good discussion it is. केन हेतुना हंसः जीवः नाना योनिषु भ्रमन् परिवर्तते भ्राम्यमाणः परिवर्तते. So I am there now. I am a hamsa, I am a jiva. Into this body I came, into the other body I will go. That's called as Brahmyamana. And Parivartate. As long as I'm in this body, as a human being, to save this body, to save this mind, intellect, or get sukha to the indriyas, Paritaha Vartate. I'm working in the world, getting money, giving the money, getting the objects, making them consumable, consuming. Whether it's eatables, seeables, listenables, or things which give comfort to body like bed, bistara, all of that. And I will die one day. I will do same again next life. If I am born as human, I do this. और कोई पंछी की तरह जन्म लिया और घोंसला बनाऊंगा. तो केन हेतुना जीवः हंसः अस्मिन् ब्रह्मचक्रे भ्राम्यमाणः परिवर्तते. एक क्वेश्चन वी हैव टू आस्क. बेसिक क्वेश्चन, मूल प्रश्न, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. केन हेतुना also is includes, as long as that hetu is there, this brahmana will be there. जब तक cause है effect तो होता ही रहेगा. Answer, third line. What is that? पृथक आत्मानं पृथक प्रेरितारम च मत्वा. ये वाला हम अभी एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हैं, कल भी देखा हमने. अगेन वंस मोर वी से till it goes deep into our heart. It is the highest Vedanta. Only Advaita Vedantic grasps this. Others do not grasp. They don't want it. Because they want the samsara to continue with better comforts. They don't understand how many better comforts come. Still, some common problems of changeability, common problems of the bereavements, common problems of the death will definitely be there. They either adjust to that or they don't think about it. Common problems. And there is a state where these problems are not there, that they are not able to grasp. हंसेंगे, हाँ ऐसा जन्म मरण रहित कोई स्थिति होती क्या, हम नहीं मानते. अब द बंदा जो नहीं मानता वो कौन बनाएगा उसको? Nobody will try. He will suffer only in that samsara. But this question the one who comes to ask is great. It is a samsara, it is avoidable, it has to be avoided. To for that, cause of it should be known. Then if the cause is eliminated, effect gets eliminated. So to that person who has got this subtle intellect is this question and answer. First explanation, what is the meaning of samsara? Anatma dehadi upadhi se tadatmya, doing karma for the sake of karma bala, deva tiryang manusha yoni janma, and in that parivartana. So that Brahmyamana is two things. He is doing Brahmana from one upadhi to the other. At that time, he is in that Bhranti at every time that upadhi is me. Then he does those karmas. That is called Paritaha Vartate. Vartate means Bharta, Vyavahar. That leads to his phala. Because of that phala, again another janma. It can be Deva, Tiryang, Manushya. The moment is born, within a small little of time, with the upadhis he gets identified. Then the parivartana of that only, which is a cause, karma. It has to have the phala, again uska dusra janma. So ये सारा बंधन युक्त है. You should get liberated from it. That desire should be there. But that first question is kena hetuna. This has to be very importantly caught. Don't miss this thought. What is the reason because of which the Hamsa named Jiva in this Karana Brahma Chakra is doing Brahmana as well as Parivartana. Paritaha Vartana. Parivartana is not modification. That also is meaning, but not in this context. Here, Paritaha Vartate. Continuously working in that yoni as if he is those upadhis. And to identify the upadhi, to satisfy the upadhi, only he is doing something. So once the doctor goes into doctor's chamber, identifies himself as doctor, is only busy in taking care of patient so much that he forgets he is somebody else. And as I gave you very clearly example, he leaves that profession of doctor after he comes out of chamber and takes a person, takes an identity as an party attending person. So comes home, removes all those stethoscope and all, then the party dress he takes and goes. And there he behaves as a party, wishing the people, talking to them, and all that what he does it. So this is the meaning of Brahmyate again. From one yoni of a chamber to the other yoni of the party event. From that he goes to playground. From that he goes to an organization. From there he comes home. These are all change of the yonis only in one life in one day. And parivartate. The vartanam in the hospital is giving injection medicine. The vartanam in the party is wishing, giving gifts and taking food. And the parivartanam in a meeting is listening and giving his advices. एक दिन में ही we named jiva hamsa from one yoni to the other. We are doing brahmana and accordingly we are doing vartana. Each is a karma. It has its own phala. In the hospital treatment is done well. The people give good fees also. They respect you. कि doctor का हाथ बढ़िया है. In the party, the karma you wished and all, they reciprocate by thanking you, giving you gift. In the meeting, you give a good advice. That's the karma, the phala. They appreciate it. They acknowledge it. At home, the karma, you take care of wife, children. They reciprocate by giving you love and service. So karma, yoni, brahmana, parivartana, karma, phala. You can see it every day happening. Like we are in the class now. It is one yoni. And we as a student listeners, we are identified with it. And we are doing this bhartav, vartana of listening. And uska phala, our jnana becoming stronger. So where from all this drama starts? Very crucial question. Dare not anybody ask that question. They don't dare to ask. If somebody is able to ask this question, it's very highly matured level. Answer is given here. Kena hetuna nana yonishu parvartate iti tatra aha. If this is the question in this context, our Guru Maharaj Shruti Mata gives the answer. What is it? Prutag atmanam preritaram cha matva iti. It is because of the matva. It is because of the strong conviction that he is different from the Paramatma Tattva. He is not the Paramatma Tattva. He is a Jivatma with the Upadhi. I am not that at all. So, behind that doctor, behind that person who is attending party, behind that sports person, behind that person who is attending the meeting, behind the person who is acting as husband and father at home, there is a common man called as man. He is a man, basically. So, in the doctor's chamber, Prutaga Atmanam Preritaram Chamatva. He says he is a doctor only. He forgets he is a common substratum, the man. So when he goes to a party attending person, he considers himself, he forgets he is a man. So the substratum से अपने आप को अलग उपाधियों के द्वारा तादात्म्य करके मानना. Because of that, in the hospital is treating, in the party is wishing, in the ground is playing, in the meeting he is suggesting, at home he is doing the help. That's the samsara. Why a doctor doing the samsara of the treatment? Because he considers himself to be a doctor. Why he is considering himself doctor? Because he is thinking he is not the man at that time. तो अपने आप को आत्मा से अलग मानकर उपाधियों से जुड़ गया. This is the crucial most thing. And in the pure man, there is no doctor, there is no party attending person, none. All of them are superimposed. Kalpita. And why Kalpita? Because a doctor cannot be without he being a man. But man can be without being a doctor. A party attending person cannot be without the man. But man can be without attending party. You know, a person attending the meeting cannot be without the substrat of the man. But man can avoid going to meeting. He is independent. A man is independent. On man, all these roles are dependent. And anything which depends on something is kalpana, imagination, projection. How much ever it appears to be realistic, how much ever it appears to be functional, how much ever it is giving some results, some transformations. And a doctor may be treating the patient, maybe the patient is becoming better. This person may be in that meeting giving good suggestion, maybe that suggestion worked. All that is व्यवहार. व्यवहार को खींचना नहीं, वेदांत को समझने के टाइम व्यवहार का अपना पोजीशन अलग. वी आर एनालाइजिंग द ट्रुथ, द सबस्ट्रेटम एंड द सुपर इम्पोज्ड. Our basic question is, can there be a person attending the meeting without the man? No. But can the man be without attending the meeting? Yeah. Therefore, who is substratum? The man. If man is substratum and truth, two truths cannot be there. Then who is the person attending there? Is superimposed only. And that person does that charya, the karma, the parivartate of the meeting or the party. उसका result उनको मिल रहा है. And they are all conditioning, isn't it? Doctor, one day the patient may come or may not come. Someday the patient treatment may not work properly. So disappointment होता है. Conditioned person always suffers. छोटे पार्टी में गए तो शौक से और कोई बुलाया ही नहीं उस दिन, बिठा ही नहीं. Another day the meeting में anything you say they are opposing you. Sometimes they approve, sometimes they oppose you. At home, with all expectation, you came home. The wife will love, son will love. They are in their own mood. That day they may not care. हो रहा है कि नहीं हर दिन यही एग्जाम्पल है. In the same way, as long as I consider myself to be a jiva, identify the upadhi and forget that I am the nirupadhika Brahman, that is the cause for all the samsara. फिर solution भी उसी में है. When I realize myself to be the upadhirahita Brahma and not the sopadhika jiva, then all the samsara brahmana parivartana ends. That will be the fourth line. So third line is clear. Prutag atmanam preritaram cha matva iti. Means atmanam means jiva atmanam. Preritaram means ishwaram. Prutag means bhedena. Matva means jnatva. Very strong conviction. What is it? Anyah asau, anyah cha aham asmi. Anyah asau, anyah aham asmi. This is a very subtle thought. I will explain it tomorrow a little more. Anyah asau, anyah aham. Isn't it? The man is different, doctor is different. See the laughable thing. How can the man be different from the doctor? Can the doctor exist without the man? And is not the doctor first basically the man, then he is a doctor, and the doctor is only upadhika. It's only conditional, never swatantra, but he doesn't want to think in this way. He rejects the manness and he takes up the kalpita doctorness and he strongly says, I am doctor only. Anyaha asau, anyaha aham. Man, I don't know, but I am the doctor. And a Murak, the doctor cannot be a Baba without the man. No, no, I don't want to think it. Same way, I am the Jiva, I am not the Paramatma Tattva. Are Putar, on that Paramatma Tattva, superimposed is this Jiva Bhava. Jiva cannot be without the Paramatman behind. Being Paramatma is the real self, real reality. I don't know all that, I don't know to listen or think all that, मैं तो जीव हूँ बस. मत्वा अर्थ ही है ज्ञातवा स्वीकृत्य. फिक्स हो गया thought, fix. Like we are fixed about so many things in our day. I'll have coffee only. I can't change myself this life now. I'll have my evening tea. I'll have this jogging. कुछ कुछ चीज़ हम adamant हो जाते हैं, fixed हो जाते हैं. Isn't it? You may get some benefit out of it, but we get fixed in them. There can be better things than that, but we don't want to do them. Fix हो जाते हैं. अब I don't want to think now. So do we get fixed as a jiva, fixed as upadhi yukta, some samsari. अब इसी में हमको better things दे दो. हे भगवान, मैं भी कोशिश करता हूँ. यार ये सबकी जरूरत के बिना ही खुशी से रहने का एक स्थिति है. यू रीच टू दैट. आई कांट लिफ्ट माई इंटेलेक्ट टू दैट अंडरस्टैंडिंग. है ना, लाइक द डेली लेबरर्स. अरे पढ़ो लिखो, थोड़ा परमानेंट जॉब मिलेगा. वी कांट स्टडी नाउ, वी जस्ट गिव अस सम फिजिकल वर्क, वी डू. टेल द क्लर्क, है ना, write good exams and become an officer. Oh no, I can't do that officer work. He'll have to manage so many things and all. मेरे से नहीं, ये मैं खुश हूँ, मैं कोई पूछता नहीं. जो काम दिया वो कर दो अच्छी तरह. I'm happy. People don't want to become officers. You can't force it, no. It has to come from within. So to we are comfortable as a jiva, as an upadhi, उसमें कुछ मिल जाए, है ना. You tell the गधा, गधा तुम मर के आदमी बनोगे क्या? ही सेज आदमी गधा नहीं बनना मुझे, मुझे ओरिजिनल गधा ही वही. इट वांट डजंट वांट. आस्क ए बिल्ली, ओ बिल्ली, यू विल बी किल्ड एंड यू विल बी गिवन ए ह्यूमन लाइफ. डू यू वांट ह्यूमन? यूजलेस, आई डोंट वांट. इट सेज बिकॉज इट इज हैप्पी इन दैट. लेट्स ट्राई टू किल इट. इन इवन इमेजिन, ये मार दे, मेरे को मनुष्य बनना है. वो सोचता है नहीं, इवन चींटी को भी मारो. दैट्स कॉल्ड स्ट्रॉन्ग अभिनिवेश. आइडेंटिटी विद उपाधि, नेचुरलिटीज, उसको ब्रेक करना है ना. Like, when you come to the class, you will be taught the Vedanta. But to make you come to the class, nobody can do in the world. You have to do it. There are some places where Guru and God treats us. But for them to treat us, becoming available to them and accessible to them, which are they can't do anything. We have to do that. Like the earth is ready to bring out of the sprout the plant and all. But somebody has to plant that or put that seed. अर्थ खुद ही वो सीड को ले नहीं सकता हो, है ना. खुद हमको रोपाई करनी है. इन द सेम वे, टू बिकम स्पिरिचुअल इज आवर चॉइस. देन विल बी गाइडेड एंड ब्लेस्ड. अगर नहीं बने तो संसारी फंसे हैं तो फंसे रहो, है ना. लाइक मछली को पकड़ने के लिए दे पुट दैट. He has put it, but the machli has to come and eat it. Then only he can pull it. The negative example I am giving. So to the Guru is the machli pakadne wala. He is waiting there. But you and I as a machli should be caught by him to be taught of this Vedanta. All these things. So, पृथक आत्मानम ईश्वरम मत्वा. ठीक है. ज्ञात्वा अन्य अहम, अन्य अहम अस्मि, अन्य असौ इति. So, line is what now? Final line. जीव ईश्वर भेद दर्शनेन संसारे परिवर्तते इत्यर्थः. जीव ईश्वर भेद दर्शन से संसार में परिवर्तन कर रहा है. So, सोपाधिक युक्त, I am Jiva, can never be separate from Ishvara. The whole life of mine I have to surrender to him. This is called the जीव ईश्वर लेवल में भेद को छोड़ना. तब भी संसार बहुत हद तक चला जाता है. फाइनल संसार कब जाएगा? What is behind Ishvara, the Brahman. What is behind me, the Jiva. Brahman is one, and I am that. I am neither this Jiva, nor he is an Ishvara real, nor I need to be afraid of him. That will be the fourth line. Jushtah tatah tena amrutatvam. A beautiful explanation it is. Patiently let us study. Main explanation, main sentence we are explaining. Then we are giving further explanation for clear understanding. Main sentence is what? Considering myself to be not the Atman, but I am Jiva with Upadhi, is the cause of samsara, of Brahmana and Parivartana. Example of doctor and all we give. Main thing is told, but that has to be deeply understood, no, from all angles. That's my explanation. Tomorrow, Tena Justaha Tata Amritatvam Eti. And when he rejects his Upadhika Tadatmya and becomes Nirupadhika Brahman, then he gets the immortality. And there is no third thing. ये कॉस्ट इस कपड़े का ये है, ड्रेस का, आप पे करो, लेके जाओ. There's no second or third discussion. See, the fixed rate wale shops होते. So to the ATM, etc. This is the PIN number you have to put after putting your ATM card. This is the amount limit. इसके अंदर तुम जितना मांगो मिल जाएगा. Fixed. There's nothing more thinking about it. है कि ना? Fixed. उसी तरह भी ये जीवामय उपाधि तादात्म्य संसारिक रूप में भ्रमण करो और परिवर्तन करो. You don't want that? Then give up the upadhi tadatma as jiva, become one with the Paramatma. Oh, wow. There's no third thing, bas. Two options only. But in that first option, again there are a million options. That you can do all those activities by which any of the yonis you get. Then you come to the class fixed. एक ही चीज है. अब नहीं आया, there are 100 things for you to do. बहुशाखा ही अनंताश्च बुद्धयः अव्यवसायिनः. Avyavasayinam, those who have not firmly fixed themselves towards a goal, Bhavushaka Anantaha Avyavasaya. He'll have 1,000 things for him to involve. So if I identify myself with Paramatma Tattva, it's one without second. If I have not opted for it, then as a Jiva, you can up from the Brahmadeva up to Pipilika. You can go on going from here to there, there to here to there to here. Like retired from the cricket. You will be an audience seated there. बस एक जगह बैठे 5 घंटे. No, you are there on the ground as player, then the bowler, the batsman, the fielder, the keeper. कहाँ कहाँ भटकते रहना पड़ेगा तुमको ग्राउंड में खेलते खेलते. The same player he was playing at once upon time. Now he is pavilion में बैठा. He is not involved. रिटायर हो गया. अब जो खेल रहे हैं अब इतने फंसे रहे. So if you want to be relaxed, retire from samsara. It's in your hands. Voluntary retirement. In the world, they kick us out of the job by giving voluntary retirement. And ये सब बोलते यार तेरे को पैसे चाहिए ना, पूरे नहीं देंगे, आधा देंगे, बट हमको तंग मत करो, हम घर जाके बैठ. That is called as retirement. Don't come to the office. Enough of your frustrating work. You have become so lazy and slow now. Some new young active people have come. We will give job to them. But I have done so many days. ठीक है, I will give you pension. You don't give us tension. Go and sit at home. In the outer world, we are forced to take retirement. In samsara, we have to take by ourselves. Nobody will force. They will ask us to join only. We have to take voluntary retirement. ठीक है, बढ़िया एग्जाम्पल है ना वॉलंटरी रिटायरमेंट. ओम 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परम ऋषिभ्यो परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. A beautiful discussions we have done today, worthy of listening again. Yeah, thank you.